Yep. Hello! Welcome to another episode of XpectoGO, where we're here to talk about Pokemon Go news and Harry Potter Wizards Unite. I'm James.
I'm Sue.
And we're going to start off talking about the latest in Pokemon Go. Earlier this week, we had the regional exclusives with Gen 3 featuring Zangoose and Seviper actually move and migrate to the other regions where you had the Eastern and Western Hemisphere. So that kind of came out of nowhere. Niantic really didn't make an announcement early on until after it happened. I don't know if it was a surprise or just something they had planned on doing after the holidays. This is the first time actually where the regional exclusives have migrated. So this is a kind of a big deal. I'm still trying to figure out why and what Niantic or Pokemon Go has to say about it. So if you guys know anything, please let me know. We have to the 14th for the Groudon raid. So if you don't have one, hop on that. Groudon's been here since the beginning of December, probably I think around the 15th, 14th, so about a month now. But Groudon is going to be moving and maybe gone forever, just like the other legendary Pokemon. So I myself don't have one yet, so I'm really rushing to try and get one. We're snowed in, but it is what it is. You gotta catch them all. Apple and Niantic had just dropped with the iPhone X the new AR Plus feature, which makes me pretty jealous. I wish I had an iPhone.
Wait, so will the new AR come out at all for Android users?
They have not said anything with Android yet. Oh. This is strictly with Apple and the new iOS systems. This is something they've been developing. They've been talking about for 11 months, and to actually just drop it now. So again, kind of jelly, but at the same time, it makes perfect sense.
How does it make sense?
Because this was this technology that Apple and Niantic were working together exclusively. Last but not least, China will finally be getting Pokemon Go. After a year, almost 2 years.
When Wizards Unite comes out, do you think that China will automatically get Wizards Unite since they're already using Pokemon Go, or do you think there'll be a delay on that too?
Yeah, well, I don't know, because honestly, I don't know why they didn't release it in China in the first place. Japan, China.
Japan had it.
Japan, I mean, it's out of Japan.
Right.
So
I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know if it's trade, politics. I don't know. That's from the Pokemon Go side of it. Sue, do you have anything on the Harry Potter side of the mobile gaming?
Yeah, there's been a couple of news releases ever since we did our last video. The first one talked about a separate game that's coming out soon called Hogwarts Mystery, where you get to be a Hogwarts student, and it seems like you get to wander the halls of Hogwarts, probably after hours, solving mysteries. Which, I'm cool with that. That sounds pretty exciting. Like, who doesn't want to do that? I'm actually really excited for that one. So that could be cool. And there also has been a news release, well, not really a news release, but there was an interview with Niantic's CEO where they revealed that, before our release date for Wizards Unite was just 2018, but now we know it will be in the latter half of 2018. So with this new news release, there's been kind of a little bit more buzz about Wizards Unite, and it seems like a lot of people are concerned that Niantic is kind of creating competition for Pokemon Go, and that maybe Niantic's attention will be divided and that they won't make as many updates for Pokemon Go, or maybe that a lot of current Pokemon Go players will leave Pokemon Go and spend their time playing Wizards Unite instead. I think there's plenty of people who enjoy Harry Potter that don't enjoy Pokemon Go. So I think there's plenty of people who love Pokemon who never really got into Harry Potter. So I don't think that Niantic creating this Harry Potter AR game is going to just gouge their ranks of Pokemon Go players. Like, there's some overlap, I think, between the two fandoms, but I really don't think that it's gonna hurt Niantic to be pulling in more Harry Potter people. Maybe they'll lose a couple of Pokemon Go people, but at this point I think the people who are still playing Pokemon Go are going to keep playing.
I totally agree. A lot of the hardcore Pokemon Go fans were Pokemon fans, period. And those hardcore fans who's been a fan of the video games, the anime, the trading cards, all of those aspects of Pokemon, they're not going to stop playing the game. If anything, they're going to encourage other people to play Wizards Unite, because it's so cool. What Pokemon Go has done is bring together a community of people going outside and doing stuff together. That's what Pokemon Go has done. And if that community is going to embrace Wizards Unite, I don't see any drop off with Pokemon Go and Niantic. That was it for the news and updates for both sides concerning Pokemon Go and the Harry Potter mobile gaming.
And now we get to talk about the fun stuff. Okay, so talking about Harry Potter Wizards Unite, we know that from the previous news releases that we will be running into a lot of beasts, mythical beasts, in our journeys through our neighborhoods. So that just brings up so many questions. The Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them assigns each beast a classification level, Ministry of Magic classification level. 5 is the most dangerous. And that's for known wizard killers that are impossible to train or domesticate. And those are like your Acromantula, your dragons, your chimeras, your manticores. So really, really, really dangerous beasts. Class 1 would be like a flobberworm, which is just literally the description in the book is boring.
And that's funny you talking about the classes. You said 5 being the most dangerous and 1 being because currently with the raid systems, how it's set up now, when the monsters pop up, when the Pokemon pop, there is a 5-to-1 beast rating on the monster, and just like with the Fantastic Beast, 5 being the most powerful or the most dangerous in your case, and 1 being the easiest or the least threatening in Fantastic Beast case. So I mean, that's right there already in Niantic's Pokemon Go. You can do 5-to-1. You can do the ones by yourself, which is what we do with the raids, and you can do the 5. That's when you would need more of the wizarding community, I presume, to come and help out.
I think my biggest question is, are these beasts going to be regional like in Pokemon? Because a lot of the mythical beasts that we know of are only found in really specific places. The Acromantula is only in Borneo. Each of the dragons, like there's the Chinese Fireball, the Hungarian Horntail, those are all pretty specific in where they live. So will I have to go to China to get a Chinese Fireball? Well, so those are my questions. Do we get to see all of the really cool creatures, or do we have to travel or wait for regional exclusives to switch around before we can catch these really dangerous or really interesting creatures that don't live in our region of the world?
If I had money on it, yes. If I had money on it.
Yes, what?
Yes, we would have to travel. What Pokemon Go is all about, the go aspect is go out, go look for these Pokemon, go travel. So if you have regionals already embedded in the mythos, in the canon, it makes sense for them to continue that in the game. So I think I would put money on it. You have to go travel.
It stinks a little bit because we live in North America, so a lot of the more familiar beasts from the Harry Potter universe are not native
not
to North
here.
America. So the only way they would have gotten over here would be the way that everything gets over here is by accident on boats. So there are some really cool beasts that did get here that way, like the Hide Behind. It's a creature that never should have existed, but it just, it's an invisible creature. It's really cool. It eats people. It's scary, so there's, so I'm just geeking out right now.
So how would you go about catching them? Is it like a briefcase thing? Is it a spell thing? Certain spells? How would you go about?
I don't know. There wasn't a lot of catching beasts in the Harry Potter books, so it's a little bit unclear what we're going to be doing with them. Or maybe we're capturing them and putting them in some kind of magical containment, like a Newt Scamander's briefcase, or maybe we're just hiding them from Muggles. I don't know how they're going to do that.
Okay.
Could be really, really cool. So what I expect probably regional beasts. I expect the class 5s to probably be something you either need to know a specific spell to defeat, or you would have to get a raid together to get them kind of similar to a legendary Pokemon. You need a bunch of people to take it on.
Yeah.
So I think we can see a lot of sort of familiar things going on when we encounter some of these beasts.
Expectations for Pokemon Go. My expectations, they need to start bringing out the Reggies now, like as soon as possible, and then sprinkling Kyogre maybe during the spring or so, because like from fall on to now, they were pumping a lot of the new legendaries because they were trying to get everybody excited about the raids, which has me thinking when they announced Wizards Unite, raids was dropping out. So they're trying to implement that aspect of the game, get perfected, I guess, before they bring out Wizards Unite later this year, in 2018. So I just thought about that.
Sense.
Yeah, that would make sense. Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I got you. The holidays just ended, Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, and we had the events going on there. The next thing that's coming up, big thing, holidays coming up, is Valentine's Day. Hopefully a lot of Chanseys. I like my Blissies, and maybe even Clefairies. Let me know which ones you guys are expecting, which Pokemon are you expecting for the Valentine event coming up next month, and what type of perks. Will we do the double? Will we get the new egg incubators? Double Stardust, double XP. I don't see the candies thing. That's usually Halloween, double candies. So let us know, please. That would be it for this episode. James
And Sue.
Comment expectations. We love to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching. Until then.